recall gazing into the black plastic bag under the sink and thinking to myself, that doesn't seem quite right. Garbage, trash, rubbish, waste, whatever you want to call it, we love it. Americans love garbage so much that we lead the world in creating it. If there were a trash Olympics, we would bring home all the gold. The average American creates over 1 ton of garbage per year. In our lifetimes, each one of us will leave behind an average of 102 tons of trash, a blue whale's worth of garbage, or a Boeing 747. But, in the grand scheme of things, is this important? After all, it's a big planet. What does it really matter how much we all throw away? It matters. It matters because when we say garbage, what we're really saying is climate change. What we really mean is discrimination. What we really mean is cancer. Garbage is at the root of so many things that are going wrong in the world today, from global warming and environmental racism to cancer, the number 2 killer of Americans, and it's getting worse all the time. It can be hard to understand the extent of the problem, though, because trash is a thing we're used to hiding. Of course, its invisibility is part of the allure of trash. We love it because we don't have to look at it. We love it because it's a problem that goes away. And throughout all of human history, it has. Today, however, we live in a unique moment because humans are producing waste on an unprecedented scale, much of it plastic. The system that has long made garbage disappear is starting to break down. Our trash is no longer invisible. It's everywhere, and it's not going away. Ocean garbage patches now collectively occupy 40% of our oceans, a larger square mile area than all the land on Earth combined. Landfills have become mausoleums of trash so airless that nothing degrades, not even organic material. Trash is America's #1 export, dumped on the landscapes of impoverished nations around the world, all in the name of a fictitious system of recycling. It's not just in our environment. The trash is ending up in our bodies as well. Recent studies prove that we all ingest about a credit card's worth of plastic per week. The toxic body burden of plastic has been correlated with endocrine disruption, neurodegenerative disorders, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. It's much harder to ignore trash when it just keeps showing up at your local beach, in your backyard, in your food, and in your body. Fast forward to me as a young adult, married and living in Vermont. We were doing construction at our house that involved moving an old barn, and in the process, a lot of dirt got stirred up. One day, my husband, Steve, came to tell me that they had discovered the old garbage dump of the house. Because our late 1800s house predates the invention of the garbage truck, apparently people used to just toddle across the dirt road and pour their trash down the hillside. Voila! But most of the trash that was being uncovered was actually pretty recent. Tin cans, some glass bottles. From the looks of them, it was only in the 1940s or 1950s that people had started to toss things that had no intention of degrading anytime soon. I was amazed by this. That moment, the one in which someone decided it was okay to discard perfectly good materials, has stuck with me ever since. I guess because it is representative for me of what came before it, living without disposability. Although archaeologists can attest to the fact that garbage has been with humankind for a very long time, the idea of going to the trouble of making an object only for it to be briefly used and then discarded is extremely modern. Trash is new, Rivka Galchen wrote in an article for The New Yorker. During the 19th century, New York was dirty, but much of its garbage consisted of leftovers and scraps and other items to reuse. Sunday's roast became Monday's hash. Monday's bread became Wednesday's bread pudding. Pigs roamed the streets, eating old lettuce and radish tops. Swill children went from house to house, collecting food scraps that they sold to farmers as fertilizer and animal feed. Bones became glue. Old grease was turned into tallow candles or mixed with ashes to make soap. Disposable packaging was almost